It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Second period, where players dash with skates aflash, the home team trails behind, but they grab the puck and go bursting up, and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Third period, last game in the playoffs too. Oh, take me where the hockey players face off down the rink, and the Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champs who win the drink. Now the final flick of a hockey stick and a one gigantic scream. The puck is in, the home team wins the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Rolling down a highway smiling, the spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig. They're from Prince Edward.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So today's episode, we'll be talking about officials. Officials only. I know it's been a little bit, but welcome back to Hockey with Connie. It's been a little while since the last episode, and I want to quickly mention that due to some technical difficulties, my last episode was only available on YouTube. I appreciate everyone who tuned in there, and I'm working on getting everything back to normal across all platforms. Just a reminder, today's episode will be MP3 audio only due to difficulties with cameras, as you can see across your screen now. Sorry for any inconvenience. Today's episode is all about officials, the backbone of the game. They keep the game fair and enforce the rules, and take a lot of heat from the players, coaches, and even fans. They'll cover their roles, how they train, the challenges they face, and a serious issue in hockey, abuse of officials. Let's get right into it. Let me let my cat in first. Sure, though, this go, guys. the roles of officials. Without officials, there's no hockey. They make tough calls, control the game flow, and ensure fairness. But their jobs go beyond just calling penalties. Now, referees versus linesmen. Referees wear the red bands in minor hockey, but they were changed to orange armbands in the higher up league, such as the Quebec Maritimes Junior Hockey League. And the linesmen handle. The referees have the final say on penalties. Linesmen handles offside icings, and they also break up the fights. In higher levels, like the NHL and Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League, we see a four official system: 2 referees, 2 linesmen, managing the game. A good ref doesn't just blow the whistle all game long. They use warnings and communication to keep the game under control. But the officials, a good ref doesn't just blow the whistle all game long. They use warnings and communication to keep the game under control. Some players and coaches know how to talk to the refs properly, while others don't. Game flow versus rule enforcement. Some fans complain about game management, but officials need to balance keeping the game moving and calling what needs to be called. At the end of the day, their job is to make the right call, not to be popular. Training and path to higher levels. People forget that just like players, officials work their way up through the ranks. Start note. Many start in minor hockey, officially in U9 or U11 games. They take clinics, pass tests, and work their way up. First step, getting experience and confidence. Climbing the ladder. The best officials will move into U15, U18, and then junior leagues. Many NHL refs spent years in the AHL before making the jump. Fitness and mental toughness. Officials need to be in top shape, skating fast, and reacting quickly. They also deal with circumstance from coaches, players, and fans, which takes a strong mindset. Even with all this training, mistakes happen, but unlike players who get second chances, officials don't always get at luxury. Challenges officials face. Being officials is one of the toughest jobs in hockey. Fast-paced action. Hockey moves fast. Officials don't get slow motion replays during the game. One missed call can change the game, and they'll hear about it for weeks. Dealing with coaches and players. Some coaches know how to communicate. Others just argue every call. Players sometimes push the limits, and the refs have to decide whether to warn them or send them to the box. Travel and lifestyle. Just like players, some of the refs will travel for tournaments, long road trips, back-to-back games, and little reconciliation. Many quit because they reach the pro level. Many quit before they reach the pro level because it's too demanding. Okay. Now, we'll take a quick break. While we take a quick break, I'd like to mention Hockey with Connor now has his own podcast. Classroom. To join, please go to your Gmail and type in the code The link will be posted in the description below. Now, we'll get into the growing problem, abuse of officials. This is one of the biggest problems in hockey right now, verbal and physical abuse of officials. Verbal and physical abuse. We see it in minor hockey, junior, and even the NHL. Parents screaming at refs in U9 games. Coaches yelling over every call. Some officials even being physically attacked in men's league. Referee shortage. Many young officials quit because of abuse. If this keeps up, who's gonna ref the next generation of hockey? What needs to change? Stricter punishment for abuse? Coaches and players leading by example. Parents need to relax. It's minor hockey, not Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Officials aren't perfect, but neither are players, coaches, or fans. Hockey needs to respect its referees before it's too late. Once again, this is a sign, and I'm reading it based off memory. Located in the Mayor Center North Side and also Cinema and Shrink. These are kids. Coaches are human. These are kids. Coaches are volunteers. Referees are human. This is not the Stanley Cup Finals. Relax and let the kids play hockey. It's not the same as that, but I don't have a picture. But with that said, we're getting close to the end. But we'll also include the coming up tournaments here in Cape Breton Regional Municipality. The U11C tournament, hosted by the Northside Vikings, 3 U11 host teams at the Mayor Center Northside, starting tomorrow night, Thursday, January 30th, at 4:30 p.m. First game featuring the Cape Breton County Islanders and the Northside Vikings C3 team. Correction, first game is at 5:30 tomorrow night. Then at 6:30, we'll have the Miners taking on Northside 1. And at 7:30, we have Northside 2 taking on the Steelers. All these games happen at the Mayor Center Northside. And also, I'd like to say that the U11A Vikings will be in the Steel Town Showdown hosted by the U11A Steelers. Also, starting this Friday at the Member 2 Sports and Wellness Center in Member 2. With that being said, we will go to videos. We'll take a quick break while I get the videos going.
We're a hockey town, alright. We'll be filling up the seats at the center tonight. The Eagles in town, we're all going down to a hockey happening in a hockey town tonight. Boys from the queue, skating strong, tape to tape through the zone. Like young wheels of old, pouring hockey from the soul, with the north side cheering on. There's a hockey happening, we're a hockey town, alright. We'll be filling up the seats at the center tonight. The Eagles in town, we're all going down to hockey happening in a hockey town tonight. To the bay, Hertz stop and highlight every game. Home score, high five, team wins one more. Up goes the thundering roar. There's a hockey happening, we're a hockey town, alright. We'll be filling up the seats at the center tonight. The Eagles in town, we're all going down to hockey happening in a hockey town. There's a hockey hockey town, alright. We'll be filling up the seats at the center tonight. The Eagles in town, we're all going down to a hockey happening in a hockey town tonight. There's a hockey happening, we're a hockey town, alright. We'll be filling up the seats at the center tonight.
Leagues are trying to bring them down this year, especially when it comes to the officials who keep the game moving, who often receive unsolicited negative feedback.
It's something that can be difficult, and a lot of people struggle with it.
18-year-old Harry Smith is a ref with the Greater Toronto Hockey League. Now, anyone who's been involved in minor hockey knows emotions run high, and some leagues are trying to bring them down this year, especially when it comes to the officials who keep the game moving, who often receive unsolicited negative feedback.
It's something that can be difficult, and a lot of people struggle with it.
18-year-old Harry Smith is a ref with the Greater Toronto Hockey League. Now a seasoned official, he still has early memories of being yelled at on the job.
I was a bit nervous, but after the game, when I went home and I thought, you know what, like, I'm a 15-year-old guy and it's a grown man or a grown woman yelling at me right now, and I'm not in the wrong. I'm just trying to do my job, right? And if they have a problem with that and they get personal, that's on them, that's not on me.
But he says every ref doesn't handle it so well.
And when there's a lot of pressure being put on them, when they're just trying to learn, trying to figure out how to do things, it's really difficult. So people tend to give it up.
That's something both the GTHL and Ontario Minor Hockey
Now we'll get into the Green Armband, which I forgot to mention. Thank you to that CBC video. All rights go to CBC Toronto for that video. So we're talking about the Green Armband. The Green Armband is for officials under the age of 18 to try and limit the abuse towards underage officials. Under adult age officials type thing. Hockey Nova Scotia implemented it a few years ago. And I don't have videos about this, but in 2 years ago, in the U13 AAA game featuring the Cape County Islanders and I believe the Tassa Ducks at the Cape County Arena in Kite the referees were Clayton Floyd and Keegan Nicholson. Like I said, we don't have videos, but the abuse and screaming towards Whitfield family, towards officials, got worse that Floyd eventually ejected a fan from the Kite Arena. And this was the same year as there was an incident which I was flying during a U11 house game tournament in North Sydney and at the American Center North Side. And the thing was, they were Cape Regional Police officer. According to something I overheard a few weeks ago, they were not back to work for over a year. But that was the year the CBRM, the year before the CBRM took over the American the North Side. So said person was banned from the Amera, but now they're back in as it's not community owned anymore. CBRM owns it now. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all later. Goodbye. Once again, this podcast is now available on Apple Podcasts, starting with this episode. Goodbye.
Come get your duds in order, 'cause we're bound to cross the water. Heave away, me jollies, heave away. Come get your duds in order, 'cause we're bound to leave tomorrow. Heave away, me jolly boys, we're all bound away. Sometimes we're bound for Liverpool, sometimes we're bound for Spain. Heave away, me jollies, heave away. But now we're bound for old St. John's, where all the girls are dancing. Heave away, me jolly boys, we're all